guys, and welcome to yet another episode of E-Chat with the energetic EJ. How are you doing today? I hope you're fine. If this is your first time on my YouTube channel, welcome. I hope that you're going to have fun here with me on this channel. And if you're yet to subscribe, please hit the subscribe button and also turn on your notifications so that you are alerted whenever my videos drop. Okay, so today on the show, I have this fantastic human, okay? And we're going to be talking about fashion and style. So I'll be right back with my guest. So let me read to you her bio before we go on a short break, and I'll be back with my guest. Her name is Mobolaji Taiwo Ofiran, a.k.a. Fabmie, because she's fabulous. She's a style and lifestyle consultant. She shares style inspiration, hints, and tips on individual style, helping you keep styling fun and easy. She shares ideas as well on how to get the most from the clothes and accessories that you already have without having to break the bank for new ones. She also shares useful tips on how to mix and match clothing and accessories effectively. She helps you understand your skin and teach you how best to look after it, as well as give regular tips to shop savvy, sharing websites and shops you can get high-end item at low prices. Her name is Mobolaji Taiwo, a.k.a. Fabmie, and I'll be right back, and she'll be here with me by the time I return. All right, guys, welcome back to E-Chat. And as you can see, I have my guest here already, all the way from UK. We global now. Hi, Fabmie. How are you doing, ma'am?
Hey, girl. How are you doing?
I'm good. So good to have you here.
I like your energy, yeah? You always, anytime I need to be hyped, I just go on your Insta and I get hyped, then I start my day. Keep it up.
Thank you so much, ma. And every time I check your page, I'm like, this mama no go Greek. Guys, this is a mama. You know what I'm saying? When you check, I'm going to leave the link to all our social media handles on the description of this video when it's out. And you can check her out. She's fantastic. Her vibe is just something else on another level. I look at her and I'm like, how can young people like us still be forming fashion? And this woman is taking it on another level. Like you saw or you heard when I read her profile before, this session, just as a way of introducing her, you can see that, look at her, she's not stylish. Like, she's so, in fact, please, why did you choose style as your niche? Why? What's your why?
Oh, thank you, Ejiro. Do you understand? Some things are just embedded in you. Like they say, some leaders are born and some are made. Do you understand? I was born into this. I remember growing up, my dad was, before my dad would wear his shirt, he would be spotless, he was immaculate, his getup would always can almost cut your fingers. Wow. And I look at my mom, and also when my daddy would sew his agbada is the big outfit, Nigerian men wear, for those that don't know. His styling, his patterns you'd never find anywhere else. And it was only one person that could do his agbada for him. Wow. So I grew up into a family that took care and looked after themselves. And I remember my mom. My mom was a school teacher before she retired. And I would remember she would go to work and she would wear these business suits. And I would admire her. She would wear her heels and carry a bag and a folder. And she would look, absolutely beautiful. And I have a brother that does couture handmade shoes for his friends. While so it was all around me. I breathe it, I dream it. It was my everyday. So, and I believe for me as well, naturally, it was something, that God gave me. So I just couldn't run away from it, basically.
Wow. So has this been something you've been in? Like, have you always known that you were going to end up being like a stylist or a style, person, influencer, so to say?
So for me, I knew from a very young age, right? So I'll just share a story with you. Back in secondary school, I would be, when we have like social events, right? People would either be the ones that would run, do their matching. For me, I would be the one to bring clothes and arrange the catwalk. Do you understand? And I didn't even know, that it was, I just knew that was my passion. Do you understand? When it comes to fashion parade, I'll be the one to, I just loved it. Loved it. That was where you'd see me be at my element, be at my best.
Wow. So at what point did you now decide as an adult to say, you know what, I'm going to build a brand out of this?
Okay. I would say, it was actually, it started way back. And I'll just share you a brief story. So when I was in university, I knew, well, what, I had to support myself, right? So I then got a part-time job at a beauty industry, a beauty agency. So when I started there, I noticed that when I got there, I really excelled. I think it was within the first few months of me joining, I was made a permanent staff.
Wow.
And a few months later, I was offered a position of an accounts manager. Then a few months after that, I was promoted to become an accounts manager. And before I knew it, I was a business consultant.
Wow.
That they would take me from one account to the other to build the accounts. Do you understand? So I think, again, and I did not know what I was doing. I thought I was just doing something I enjoyed doing. So that went on for a while. So after even university, I thought, what, I'll take a break. Because I went to uni to study law. So I'm a lawyer, by the way.
So how did accounting come into this?
I don't know how fashion came into it. Even, even along the way, you understand me, I still, instead of me to embrace this fashion thing, I still said no. I still went to go and study postgraduate in human resources. So I come as well-read as they are. Do you understand? So I come, but you know what, sometimes, along the way, instead of us embracing what God has given us, we still say, no, I want to wear that. I want to be carrying briefcase. I want to be sitting in an office. But if that's not what God has put in you, you will fail or you will struggle at doing it.
True.
So for me, you know what, that was my journey. So I really got to the apex of it. But children came into it. I needed to raise my kids. So I took a break from that. Then after that, that was when I did my postgraduate. But I just knew. And even after that, I trained to become a business analyst, a PMO analyst. So I went into the project world again, which I enjoyed and I'm grateful for, because some of the experiences I gained there are now coming into use now. Do you understand? I understand how to put processes in place. I understand how to do certain things properly. So I think for me, it's been a journey, but finally, I'm at a place where, I'm at peace with myself.
Aligned with your purpose, basically.
That's it.
To say. Fantastic. It's no wonder why you are able to actually position yourself as a brand. And it felt like, because I know that by the time I met you earlier, it's not up to 3 months now, and you started that your Fabmie page, but it's doing so amazing now. I'm like, whoa.
I started Fabmie in COVID.
Fantastic.
Would you believe that? I started Fabmie in COVID. So it was COVID that got me. And I started with a challenge, actually. I wanted to lose weight. Before COVID hit, I actually just got back from Las Vegas. And I was at a very good weight, which I liked. But I noticed after COVID, 2 weeks after COVID, my waist was beginning to get wider. My bum was getting wider. The shorts I wore at Las Vegas, I couldn't zip it.
And I
was like, no, this wasn't the plan. I want to look hot for summer. Do you understand?
Body goes.
I have to look hot. I have to wear my shorts. This summer, we're going to rock it. So that was my plan. So it was my vanity that brought me into destiny.
Wow.
Do you understand?
Fantastic.
That was actually saying it now, I got goosebumps all over me because I never saw it that way. I just saw it that way now.
Wow.
It was in me wanting to look good. But I knew one thing that, if I said to myself, I wanted to lose weight privately, I knew I wouldn't do it. So I knew, but if I come out, then I'm accountable.
Commit. I love it.
I knew that, the moment I announced to people, then people will hold me accountable. So that was what I did. I came on Instagram and I just made a broadcast. Guys, I want to lose 5 kg in 4 weeks. That was the challenge. And I would come every week, every 2 weeks, to give a feedback.
Give the update.
Darling, not knowing that was me starting a journey.
Wow.
Stepping into my destiny. This was back in April this year.
Yeah.
So a few months ago, yeah.
Yes, amazing. And you've done so well. I love the way for your fashion, whatever. By the way, I applied your 60 minutes rule. I've been doing
Well
that
done.
now. Scroll. 60 seconds. 60 seconds. Sorry, not 60 minutes. 60 seconds.
60 sec. Yeah.
Before you wash up your face. And see, this is looking.
You know what? You will thank me later. When I'm in Dubai, right? You take me for lunch.
Okay, no problem. So I also love the way you like when I was reading your profile to as a way of introduction to this. I mentioned like you give tips on how to combine accessories and how to use what you already have. That is, especially for we women, we have that issue in common. You open your wardrobe, there is an outing. You open your wardrobe and you're like, I don't have clothes, and that's a huge lie because like your wardrobe is not empty. Why do you say you don't have clothes? I love the way you combine, things to say. And so we're just going to go on a short break right now, and I'm going to show you a video of her telling you how to combine. I love this particular video you did about if you want to show off your upper body without attracting eye to the wrong places of the places you're not comfortable with. I love how you, oh my God, I don't want to explain the video. Just take a look at this video.
Hi. So one of the major concerns we have as women growing up is loss of definition, especially around our arm area. And this has led a lot of women to think they can't wear certain items. Picking the items you wear cleverly could be a good start. So today I wanted to show a little bit of my upper part, but because I am conscious of my shoulder as well, I've picked an item to focus on my upper part than focus around my lower arms. So that's a good trick. So if you want to wear something that will show up a little bit of your top area, try getting something that is off shoulder. Okay, something that drops a little bit. By doing so, attention is drawn to your upper parts rather than your bottom shoulders. Okay, and is wearing a scarf. Your scarf can do a lot of wonders. I just love wearing scarves. So what you need to do is just get yourself a decent looking scarf. You can either just throw it over your body like that, or if you know you're going to need your hands and you want it free, why not just tie a knot like so? And then just, there you go. So you can wear it like that, and that way you're still showing up a little bit of your shoulder, but still covering up as well. So that's tip number 2. I'm going to show you another item you'll be able to use. I just love this. Can you see that? So that would help cover up my shoulders nicely. Look how beautiful that sits, right? So I'm still able to show a little bit of my neck area, right? But at the same time, I still stand out. I still look beautiful, and it hasn't taken away from my outfit, yeah? And if you notice, it's added a bit of color to my outfit as well. So that's tip number 3. I'm going to show you another item you can wear. Another trick when picking your outfit is you can pick outfits that are cold shoulder tops. So a cold shoulder top, I'll show you what that looks like in a moment. So a cold shoulder top would be a kind of top that would reveal just the upper part of your shoulder. Okay? So if you're extremely conscious about how you look, if you're extremely conscious about the way you expose your shoulders, or you just, it's not you at all, why not try putting on a cold shoulder top? And that would work perfectly for you. I'm just going to show you in a minute my button. Okay, look at that. Look how beautiful that looks. So that way you're maintaining a bit of, class, you're maintaining, and at the same time you're showing off your shoulders. So that's tip number 4, I believe. Okay, so I'm going to show you another item as well. So that's that. So what you can do as well is you can try buying outfits that are transparent around the arm area. Okay, so this thing, like now, this has got a very, very thin fabric. So they've used a tulle fabric here, but it's very, very thin. So that way you're still able to show up a bit of skin. When I wear that, it still shows off a little bit of skin without exposing me too much. So try and get some tops, that are transparent around the around the arm area, so that way, around the shoulder, arms, whatever you want to call it, and that would, yeah, fun. Okay, I'm going to show you another item. So what you can do as well is, you can wear items like this, you know, so that way you're covering up. So this will be like a transparent lace top. Okay, so it's short sleeve. So again, it's not too long, but you're still showing off a little bit of, you know, shoulder. You're showing off a little bit of your arms. So that's another good item for you to wear. Let's see what else here. Oh yes, this is my favorite. And if you know me, this is me. So wearing a jacket is another good and fun way of you covering up a little bit. And the reason why I've chosen this item is, although it is short sleeve, but listen to me, when you wear it, or as you're looking at me, what are you looking at? Are you looking at my arms, or you're looking at the jacket? And that's what I want you to know. So it's where you draw your attention to. It's where you draw attention to that people will see. So wearing this because it's fun, it's out there, people are less likely to look at your arms. The first thing they would see would be your jacket. And they'll be like, oh, what a lovely jacket. Rather than, oops, what happened to our arms? You know, so remember, there is nothing, no matter your age, you know, nothing should stop you from being who you are and from living the life you want to live. If you want to wear a short sleeve, you know, if you want to show off your arms, you should be able to show off your arms. You should just be clever about picking the right items that will help you, you know, achieve the look you want without you feeling uncomfortable. Okay, I hope those tips were useful to you. Until next time, see you later.
Wow, I love it. I love it. So tell me, how did you come about all this combination? Is it that it's like aunties, like your wardrobe or your closet is full? Sure, you come, you bring some things for me, please.
You know what? Actually, I actually have to. I'm glad you said that, because I try. Well, I don't want to say 100%, but at least I try to preach what I do. Do you understand? So I saw my own challenge. You won't believe that. In our matrimonial bedroom, my husband hasn't got a wardrobe in there. I took over everything.
Hey!
And we've got a wardrobe one end to the other.
Wow.
But gradually, I started moving his things into the study for him. You know, his clothes. So the only thing he comes to do is come to bed and sleep.
Wow.
Then gradually. And also my garage, it's actually ridiculous. And I said to myself during COVID, but like, this is not life. You can't do it. You understand? So what do you want to buy again that you don't have? And I'm talking clothes with tag. I'm not talking cheap clothes. But one thing about me is that I'm very, very careful with what I buy. As you're looking at me, I can't say I've got 5 items I paid full price for. So I'm very conscious about how I spend my money. So if I want an item, I will keep an eye on it until it's on sale. And even when it's on sale, I would watch it until it is on last markdown. Do you understand? So I'm very, very careful. Do you understand? And I wear clothes from like Primark to a designer to Gucci. So it's about you knowing how to wear it. And also, there is no need for us to be spending so much money. I say that go in your wardrobe. I'm sure you have something there already that you can combine. So that's where I come in, because women don't know. They genuinely don't know. They've seen this lovely top they've picked up, but honestly, they don't know how to wear it or
how
what
else
to
wear it more than once.
So what I do is I educate you that, you know, this particular top, you can get at least 5 looks out of it. Doing this and this and this without you having to spend a dime. Because I've been there, it's not worth it. You're wasting your time, you're wasting your money, you're causing issues in your relationship.
Yes,
you know how many times my husband has come to do this, I'm throwing your clothes in the garage, I want the...
Oh my goodness.
So for me, I really believe, you know what, we've got more than enough. And if at all you feel you need to buy something, why pay full price when you can get it on a bargain?
On a bargain. That's fantastic. I like that approach to it. Like, see, have your eyes on it, but watch It's more like you're investing in somehow. It's like
Yes, so
policy.
it's an investment.
Stock market, let's see. Is it selling high? No, yeah, now sell. Oh, no, buy. Fantastic. I guess, so for me, what my takeaway is from this story you've shared now, from how you knew from beginning, like you've always been fascinated with fashion, and then, but because thank God for your parents as well, who said, okay, you know what, go to school and do this. And thank God because you also you weren't resentful about that. So you put your all into your studies as well. Because at the end of the day, guys, no knowledge is wasted. Because now your knowledge that you gained from PR, from your masters, from being a lawyer and all of those are what you're now adding to facilitate the growth of your passion. And I guess it also brings me, I'm a Christian, so I'm going to chip this in. It also brings me to the part where the Bible says that the vision is yet for an appointed time. Even though it tarries, wait for it. This is the appointed time because now you have been equipped to bring this product, this brand into being, and it is doing fantastically well. Like, I am so inspired by the way your brand is just growing and growing and growing, and it's fantastic. How, I'm going to ask, because I know you're also, you said even in the profile I read, like you also give tips to how we can get valuable products or high-end products at a very ridiculous price or at a very good price. How did you even stumble upon that? Is this your method of watching and scanning and waiting that led you into that to now say, you know what, if I can do this, maybe I can help other people do it as well? And how does it work?
You see, for me, I'm an avid saver. I don't waste money. I don't believe in it.
It doesn't look like because you're like everywhere there, you're looking posh. So ideally, everybody will just look at you and say, this too much, you can buy anything, I'll buy any other. But that's fantastic to know.
Do you understand? Because I've got friends, do you understand me, that would ask me, that would turn up, right? And they will be like Gucci'd up, like designered up, top to bottom. And I'll step in my H&M, but they'll still be asking me, Bolaji, where did you buy that from? And I'll be like, leave me alone. You are Gucci'd up now. Why do you want to know when I'm just wearing my, do you understand? Because I don't believe in waste. Do you understand? Even more, I don't believe in wasting money. I don't believe in wasting anything. So for me, I think it's because of my, and I thank God for my dad for that. My dad is a very prudent man. Although, you know what, before he retired, he actually rose. He rose to the apex, a permanent secretary. So money, I didn't grow up in poverty. Do you understand? So it wasn't that maybe it was because we were poor that, I thank God for my background. I grew up in a very privileged background. But my father was a very prudent person, and he instilled that in us. That before you spend a penny, you think that, okay, my daddy would say, if you earn £1, you save 50p immediately. Right? Then out of that 50p, you save another 20p.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Then it's 30p out of that £1 that is yours. You pay your tithe. Then out of that money, you still pay tithe. So by the time you find your own money, what do you have to spend? So he taught us how to spend. Do you understand? Preparing us, because nobody knows the future. All they can do is, help us. But they can't guarantee us what life is going to throw at us. And I'm glad my parents, my father and my mother taught me that. I'm so grateful for that. Because I've had some times in life, do you understand? I've had to manage. But if they did not instill that in me, I'd have probably ended up stealing, prostituting, do you understand me? To maintain a particular lifestyle. But because they've instilled that in me, I was able to go through it and be out. You won't even know. Because I'll still step out and I'll still look good. Do you understand? Because I've trained myself to always look for what I want, right? And then watch it. So when it comes to buying high-end, do you understand? I love good things. So that's why I told you earlier that I have a range, right from Primark to the designer labels. So if I know I want to buy myself a nice handbag, I know what the original price is. What I tell people is sign up to their website. So let's say you want to buy yourself a Balenciaga. So what you do is you make sure you sign up with them. Or you can also, there are some certain websites, like Farfetch, do you understand me, that would always do it at reduced prices. So let's say it was their old season handbag, or sometimes some new season, they would always have promotion on it. Then what they do as well is they have like special days where they have extra percentage off. So by the time you're buying the bag, you're probably only paying like 30% for it. Whereas somebody has gone into Gucci or Balenciaga and paid full price. But you have planned yourself and you've been strategic about it, and you end up carrying the same handbag.
Wow. Wisdom. Too much wisdom. Well done. So what would you tell any young person out there watching you now, and just, when you see somebody, sometimes you see people talk and the baby in you lips, you feel like, this is me. This woman is like me. I'm feeling this way right now. What would you tell a young person looking at you right now and saying, this is, I see a younger me in this woman. What would your advice be to them so that I can guide them as they go along this journey? Because it's a journey and it's a long one.
Thank you for that. I'm actually glad you used the word journey, because it's a process. Mind you, do you understand? I'm not a spring chicken. I'm married with 2 big children, and my eldest is 14. So without me telling you how old I am, you can just guess how old I am. And I've only just stepped into purpose.
Wow.
So it is a process. Number one, I believe you have to align yourself with God. That's the most, because He created you and is the one that has the manual. It's like you going to buy yourself a BMW and you tell the manufacturer, I don't need your, I'm just going to just drive off. You will go set to a certain point, but when you get to a certain point, you can't go any further. You're going to get stuck. Then you then have to go back to the creators and then beg them that, sorry, I was silly earlier. Maybe I should have taken that manual. Maybe I should have taken that advice. That's the way our lives are with God. You cannot achieve your full potential, even if it seems as if you're doing good. But in the sight of God, you haven't even started. So you can imagine what you can achieve if you just align yourself and just wake up every day and say, God, what next? And you'll be surprised, because I believe that was what I did. Although God forced me into it, more or less, like dragged me to the place of prayer. I can be very lazy with prayer. It dragged me into it. And the moment I had 3 days with Him, I believe my life started to change. He started putting people in my lives. That was when I started, I think there was a course we both did together, Then, that was when things just started moving and happening for me. So for me, that's number one. Then number two, you need to take your time. Okay, you need to educate yourself in the industry you want to go to. So let's say, for example, it's the fashion industry. You need to understand how it works. I'm not saying necessarily go to school, but there are people that have done it ahead of you. So you don't need to make the same mistakes they have made. Study them, follow them. I believe in mentorship. But it doesn't have to be a paid mentorship. Somebody can mentor you from afar. Do you understand? So follow them on Instagram. Whenever they're having a live show, do it. Their Facebook group, join it. It's going to cost you nothing. Just read their books, because a lot of people are writing books to share experience, and people are willing to share knowledge now. So make sure you align with the top people in your industry. Follow them, watch them, and observe what they do. And if you're lucky enough, they might bring you into their circle. But it doesn't happen for a lot of people. You can actually learn a lot from afar by observing. And also, give yourself time. Don't be too hard on yourself. You will fall along the way. But what I say is, try again. If at first you don't succeed, pick yourself up. If only you knew how many times I've failed. Do you understand? If only you knew how many times I've failed, but God has given me this ability, I will just shake myself up. It's as if it never happened. And I will wear that lipstick, wear that mascara, that foundation again. Let's give it
let's take it.
I think that's what's kept me going. So always give yourself you would fail because it's all part of the process, but make sure you learn and you don't repeat the same mistake. Do you understand? And build. You will get, and be consistent. Turn up every day. Show up. You have to show up. And there might days you show up and nobody comes through. Thank God for that day. Do your admin work on that day. Right, start working on your templates on that day, your future templates. Do you understand? Start reading that book your mentor wrote that day nobody turned up to ask you, what have you got to give me? It's okay. Those are moments you treasure, because a day is going to come, you won't have time because you're going to be so busy. So start putting processes in place now for that time when you're going to blow, like we like to say it in Nigeria. So that's it.
Wow, this has been a fantastic session with you. So much knowledge, so much wisdom, so much nuggets to learn from. Thank you so much. Keep being beautiful. Keep inspiring us, because I look at you and I'm like, wow, I can still be beautiful. I should stop being like an old woman.
Babe, you're hot.
Thank you so much, Mama. Thank you for granting this interview. I love you. I appreciate you. So if we want to connect with you, how do we connect with you?
Okay, I'm very active on Instagram. So I'm at Fabmie, that's Fabmie. And I'm running a 15-minute consultation, free consultation at the moment, because not only do I teach women how to dress and look presentable, another factor to it is your face and your skin. Because when you turn up to an event, or when you turn up to an interview, or even if you go shopping, the first thing people would see is your face, right? That is I tell you, that's your marketing tool. So you have to care for it.
Yes.
Before you even open your mouth to say hello, people would have judged you. Unfortunately, it's not fair, but it's the way life is. So it's your assets, you have to invest in it. So I teach women on how to look after their skin properly. So I'm running a 15-minute consultation. Actually, I'm actually starting a 28 days glow and tell challenge on the 1st of August.
Wow.
But for you to join, you would have a one-on-one consultation with me. You can register for that if you go to the link in my bio. My calendar is open. So click on it and I would have a one-on-one. It's free of charge. So we talk about your skin concerns, we identify your skin types, and I then recommend the right products for you. You've got to remember that I've got 20 years experience in the fashion and beauty industry. So I know what I'm talking about. Do you understand? And getting it for free, why not? And join us on our challenge. Start in August. It's not too late. You can still book. But if you can't join the August, we're going to have another one, hopefully in September or October. So just follow me on Instagram and you will know when the next one will be. So I'm active on Fabmie at Fabmie on Instagram. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so this episode might not be out by the time the challenge is over, but I'm going to do something. I'm going to cut this clip out and put it out there so that anybody who wants to join can join even before this episode comes out. Thank you so much for being here. God bless you, Mama. Thank you guys for watching. Until I come your way again next week with another guest, remain fabulous and remember that you are enough and your dream is valid. Bye.